Well, we're always excited to see who or what makes the cover of Arizona Highways magazine each month. For May, it's the city of Prescott. Editor-in-Chief Robert Stieve joins us to talk about the city that was once our state capital.
Yeah, Prescott is the cover story. It's a great city, great place to visit, and it's turning 150 in May, so it's the sesquicentennial.
I was going to leave it to you to say that. I'm not even going to try it.
So a lot of things happening in Prescott. It's a mile-high city, sits about 5,000 feet in elevation, so it's a great place to get away as we watch our temperatures, tick up into the triple digits. So it's a good place to get away, and then there's a lot to see. We were talking off camera about Whiskey Row. There are B&Bs and museums and great things up there, and then there's a lot of beauty around it. There's the Prescott National Forest, and also in this issue then we talk about Prescott, but also wildflowers, which you can see in the summertime up north.
Okay, so we won't linger on the Whiskey Row.
Well, we can always go back there.
Live music, like from bar to bar to bar. For a small city, I think there's so much live music there.
Well, there is. It's great, and there's really something for everybody in Prescott, and we're happy to acknowledge their 150th birthday, and also talk about flowers.
Sure.
And this is actually the opening photograph in a portfolio of a lot of beautiful shots, and we've been getting so much mail on this shot. This is a sunflower shot from underneath. It's such a weird perspective on a flower. Usually you're seeing it from up above or from the side or something. So a tight shot there.
But that is why I love your magazine, because it's not the ordinary.
Yeah, it is. And when you've been around for almost 90 years, you have to think of, oh, maybe I should just lie down on the ground and point upward, and so that's what happens. And but you're right, we look for ways to be creative, and we have some very talented photographers who do that for us.
Okay, so let's move on. Again, this is a wildflower sort of composition.
Yeah, and this is another beautiful shot. This one is up by Flagstaff. I believe this is Bonita Park area, and again, I'm not a flower expert. I can just say those are pretty flowers, so I'm not exactly sure which purple. They are. There's some purples and some yellows and a gorgeous old tree stump. But again, when we live in the desert, yes. and you think about what sounds refreshing, it's that scene right there.
Well, and we're sort of staying in the sort of central and northern Arizona area, right? Yeah,
this is one of my favorite places. This is a place called West Clear Creek Wilderness. It's in the Verde Valley, so if your viewers are familiar with Camp Verde, and as you're heading towards Sedona there, you get down in that big, beautiful valley, and there's a wilderness area, and there's this gorgeous creek, very accessible. You can actually get to it in a sedan. There are flowers in that image right under your bug there, oh, thank you. It's like magic, and it's a great hike. It's an easy hike. There's camping there, and water. That's something that again that strikes us as very appealing in the summertime.
Absolutely refreshing and clean.
Yeah, beautiful. So, and there are flowers too.
All right, now we're going to head up toward Williams.
Yeah, this is a place called Government Prairie. I really don't have to say anything, just you look at that spectacular view, and it's located between Flagstaff and Williams. So if you're headed up to the Grand Canyon and you make a quick little short detour off to Government Prairie, and this is the kind of thing you'll see in the summertime, beautiful long views of the San Francisco peaks there in the distance, and then the flowers in the meadow.
Now, I was going to guess that was fall because it is so green, but those are summer wildflowers.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's the beauty
of, well, all year?
Yeah, the beauty of Arizona is it's 4 seasons, and you can just kind of shift with the calendar. In the summertime you go there, in the spring we come down here, in the winter we go wherever.
We just have to drive to each season.
You just have to have wheels, So, but beautiful state, and again, going back to the cover, happy to celebrate Prescott and their sesquicentennial.
Wow, that is amazing. 150 years. I mean, I know a lot of cities are steeped in history around the state, but that's pretty significant.
Yeah, and Tucson, of course, is up there too. I mean, it's an old city down here. Phoenix actually isn't that old, but Prescott, as you mentioned at the top of the segment, was the territorial capital before we became a state, and there's a lot of history up there. The Charlotte Hall Museum, if your viewers are headed up there, great place to stop and visit and just walk around. It's a good walking city. There's a lot you can see just by walking around, antiques and all kinds of things.
That's true. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in. As always, learn more about Arizona Highways Magazine by calling 800-543-4332 or by going online to arizonahighways.com. Well, in southern Arizona, we're always battling dry skin from the dry heat. Let's get some nourishing skincare tips with Amanda.
Even though Tucson does not